Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. We can hitch it in and we can tow that one on back to the shed. I'll keep the time ticking forward, I think, now until bedtime. We will go to bed. We won't worry about what the forage wagon is doing because it's not going to affect us. And the silage should be ready in the morning. I mean, it might be ready now in a minute, but I'd rather wait until morning for that one. I don't think we need to kind of worry too much about just one extra night without the full whack of the feed, because we've still got feed in there. We've got grass and stuff in for the cows, so it's not like they're not producing. And then we put in the fresh stuff in the morning and we can see what kind of difference it will make. I think that'd be a good way of doing this. Okay, so you come in around like this. We go right round like that. Great demand at edge Black Baler's barn. Doesn't matter, we haven't got anything to sell in there. And then the combine will come out like that, and that's where it's going to stop. We'll leave it hitched on for now. And then I will go to the next one, and I'm going to do pretty much the same as I just did. So this one's going to come out round. It's coming up to 7 o'clock, so I'll slow time down in a second so that I can finish doing this. I want to get these down into the barn so that they're put away before nightfall. 7:30, I think we will stop. Yeah, like that. Alright, that's close enough to 7:30, so let's put it down to 1 times speed. And then we'll come in around like this. Get that one hooked on right there, and then get these down into that shed, this last one. And that's everything done. We've got everything put away. We've got the planting done for the corn, and we've got the silage done. We've got the straw in for the cows. Fields have been spread with slurry, manure and everything, and all of this corn here has all been planted. We've done everything that we need to do. So all we're going to do now is wait for the crop to ripen. And probably we won't be doing a harvest tomorrow. We will probably be kind of like waiting an extra day and then doing the harvest the day after. So let me just bring you in around like that. Yeah, we'll stop it right there. Okay, you can stay there. And what are we like with the cow? We got 20. Oh no, I was going to say got 25,000. No, that's 2,500. That's not 25,000 at all. So you're unloaded there. I'm actually going to go and sleep now. Go over here and farmhouse visits. Let's sleep the night. So it's 7:30. 10 o'clock is the one that we're saying that we want to go to. So it's going to take us to 9:30 here. We're also going to see possibly the crops ripen in the field. They may not grow while it is racing through like this. No, they don't, do they? I don't think they can. I don't think it can update fast enough. So that's putting us to... There we go. It's updated a little bit. So I'm going to also speed up and we'll get to 10 o'clock exactly. And then we will stop it and we'll go and see the cows. We've got 98. Oh, there we go. There, it's gone up to the next stage. So still not ready to harvest yet. That is ready to do silage with, though. We could go and silage that lot. So we've now got 103,000 euros. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to repay that last bit of loan that we had. So that's all gone now. We've got no more loan. And then we can go over here. All I need to do with this one is just back it. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking maybe we could use 2 tractors together. We could work in harmony with 2 tractors. But then I'm thinking that might just be a bit of a pain to go and do. So we'll just do it with this one. And we should be able to open that clamp. Yeah, we'll drop the front weight off on this one a second. Oops. I need to dump it like that. Oh, one other thing that I want to do first. It's 10 o'clock. I almost forgot. We're supposed to go here first. We go along this way and we put water in for the cows. So they're getting their little bit of water. We got 58 cows and we'll have another one before the end of the day. Then we come down here and we see we've got 6,800 litres of milk. And the transport company did not have time to clean the slurry from the tanker today before the milk run. Pickup is unavailable. That's reassuring. I mean, I guess it's a step in the right direction that they at least bother to hose the thing out before they go and put the milk in there. That's good. That's a good thing, right? Is it? Isn't it? I'm sure it is. Absolutely positive that it is a good thing that they hose it out before they go and put the slurry in there. Kind of, I think. You know what? Let's not ask too many questions on that one. I think that's probably best. If we don't ask many questions, we should be alright. So, you over here, are you ready? Silage fermenting is done. We press R and we open up this bad boy, and then we're going to go and put all of that silage into this one, and that is then going to start making mixed feed, which we're going to be giving our cows, which means that their percentage performance, they're on 79% performance at the moment. We've got hay silage in here. That will go up to the 100% because we will get total mixed ration. It's probably going to hang around 99% because if the... it's quite bizarre with this one. If they don't have the trough completely filled, it does actually lower down the overall percentage, which to me seems a little bit weird. Why are you penalizing us for not having everything at 100% all the time? Because it starts to get a bit too much towards a very, very severe micromanagement type situation, if that's how it's going to run. Now, the unfortunate side effect of this thing is that it's not very good at going into a clamp if the clamp is too tall. And also, it appears that it doesn't want to go... I was wondering if we could do the whole width in one pass, but apparently not. So we'll do... this will be done in 2 passes. So I'll bring that one all the way up onto there. And then I will just sit it there. And you've got to kind of move it around a little bit in order to get everything. There, like that. And then we can push in again. Just keep going in and out steadily. Like that. There, you don't want to rush things. You don't want to overload it. Because otherwise it just kind of like, if you go too quickly, you've got to, it kind of like just gets left and stops there. So you just got to sort of move it in and out at a steady pace, rather than trying to rush all at once. There we go. It's a little bit time consuming. It's never the fastest one, this one. I mean, I guess I could go and just tweak the mod a bit so that it does run a fair bit faster than this, but I've never really felt the need to. It always seems like it's a good compromise between using this and using the conveyor belts, because the conveyor belts are just painfully slow. They really are. I don't like using the conveyor belts, not really. I mean, they're alright. It's nice to set them up, especially if you can walk away and leave them, just sort of have them ticking away in the background. But generally speaking, the conveyor belts are not particularly great. They do tend to... they are rather slow, and they... yeah, and unless you're in a situation where you can just walk away and leave it, like what I'm doing at the moment, I need to be able to get this loaded up so that I can move it, and conveyor belts definitely would be a very painfully slow option to try and do this. I'm not sure that I would want to use them. Now, the one thing that you can do with this mill is, although going head on with it is not actually that great, it does kind of like go quite slow. One thing that it is quite good at is going down beside the row. If you go like this, it will actually clear a huge amount of the row without causing any problems. But I don't want to do that. What I want to do is I want to put this into the middle and just kind of run it there, just so that I can pick up the rest of it. So, yeah, it's not quite so good for this, but if you run it in strips down beside the pile, that is absolutely the best way. If you've got a really big heap, if you can have that heap in quite a long run, and then you just sort of run this down in lines beside it, that definitely works out better. You can use this one for sugar beet if you want to. Obviously, it's not particularly realistic for doing sugar beet with it, but it will throw them if that's what you really want to do. At least I think it does. Should do. Let's go and have a look. Pretty certain it does. Be surprised if it doesn't. I think it does everything. Yeah. There you go. Potatoes, sugar beet. Does all of it. So you can do everything with this mod, and you can throw all of it into your trailers and so on. I actually prefer the standard sugar beet root crop moving machine, although again it's back down to the Giant's basic stuff. If you go and use that Roper Mouse 5 right there is a little bit slow. I've used that one before, and I do find that one quite slow. You've got the Terra Fellis option there if you want to use it. And we've got the Mouse 5 by Stevie. Stevie's one is a little bit quicker. So if we do come to piling up the sugar beet, that's the one that we will use. I'm not going to pile up sugar beet for the first harvest that we do. We're going to do that loading directly into our truck. And we're going to kind of do it that way. And then at a later date, we will go and do piling up. Like probably the next time we do sugar beet, we should have more land by that point. And so that's when I will use the better option. Right. This is all finished. I got 177,000 litres of silage. Now, I didn't actually check before we started how much silage I had in the forage wagon. How much grass, sorry, I had in the forage wagon before we started, so I don't know if we've lost any literage in the whole process here or not. It'd be interesting to find out if we have. Oops. I want to do that. Lower that one down there. Unhitch. We'll back up over here a little bit, and we'll get that front weight back on, and then we can go and tip this in for the cows, and we can see what the mixed feeder will do. Now, I did increase this one. I think it was 10,000 litres per hour for its throughput. I think it was. It may have been less than that. I don't remember. I think I've increased the overall capacity of this one to 10 million per bay. Wait a minute. Why aren't you... Oh! Don't force tip. Right. I don't want to force tip. I'm going to go and tidy that up. It would help if I actually had this thing selected. That would probably make a bit of a difference. So there we go. We got that one now working. And if we go in here and we have a look, you can see in there I got 185,000, and that is the straw, that is 1%. I've basically got 10 million capacity on each of those three. I can't remember what the total capacity on this bit is. I think I've got it going through at either 10 or 100,000 litres an hour. So it's not very much. But it's not going to output directly into here. It will actually output into the cows over that side. So if we have a look in... No, not in there. If we have a look in here... Total mixed ration hasn't come through yet. It's still got to go and do a little bit. Now, I'm curious of what one thing. Oops. Can I pick that up, or have I got to go and get the snowblower to do that? Oh, I can pick it up. Right. I didn't think I could do that. Right, at least we don't have to get the blower to go and do it. We can just do it like that. So, you are done up on this side. The grass is actually grown and ready to mow. I believe it's actually fully ready to mow as well. Let's go and look in there, and then like that. Yeah, it is. It's completely ripe and ready to go. We could go and cut the grass right now if we wanted to. I don't want to. 65, 185, and 177. So they're both on 1% in there. And then we've got the total mixed ration coming in on that side in for the cows, which will go in there. So if I quickly go there, I'll speed that up to 120%. And I got 182 mixed ration. You can see it coming in. 5,000. 7,000, and the cows are up to 99%, and they'll stay on there until this one gets up a bit higher. And am I doing... what did we get to? We were just about 10 o'clock, weren't we? It was about 10 past, quarter past maybe, so let's go to quarter past, and we'll see how much we got in there. Put that down like that. Right, it's coming out of here. It does. I have got it set on 100,000 per hour. So this will make 100,000 litres per hour out of the material that we get from this one over here. And it takes a certain percentage of silage, dry grass, and then straw to make up our 100,000. I can't remember the exact inputs, but it looks like it's about 60% silage, 30 straw, and 30 grass by the numbers that we've got on there. And then if we go and have a look in here, mixed ration is still going in here, and it's increasing, so that's going to go all the way up to maximum in a minute. So I'm going to dial that all the way back up to maximum. I'm going to run along over here. I don't actually know why I would need to take this tractor away from here. I don't have any job that I can think of that I want this tractor moved from here. We're making hay up here next, and I'm going to want this one up here. So we're going to leave this one here at the farm. We're not going to go and move it. And we can go and have a look at this over here, and you will see right there we've got 900 litres of dry grass left. Straw, there we go, we've stopped now. Straw is on 140,000 litres still, and silage is on 67. So straw is never really going to be an issue for us on this. It's going to be the dry grass and silage that we're going to use an awful lot more of. So the next crop that we do is going to be hay right the way across. We will do hay in there, and we will fill up the hay slot with as much as we can put in. And then the next one after that is going to be silage. And the big question is, if we go and buy another field... well, when, not if. When we buy another field... I was wanting to look at this because it was this down here. So that's now 100% because this one is not yet... As soon as that went to yellow, this one went down by 1%. That's what it was. That was on yellow. So long as we can keep these on green... we'll be alright. There won't be any problem. So it's just gone 2 o'clock. The corn is not yet ripe, so we are going to wait until the morning. So there's nothing really that I want to do now apart from... let's go to... which is going to be the closest vehicle, I guess. One of these, I suppose. I'm going to run round up to the farm, and I want to take the rest of the day off. You ever noticed this before? There is a subtle little bit of picture in there. I know that they've just got a box and they haven't let you go into the house. But they have at least made the effort of putting this subtle little picture in here. I thought, well, that's good. Let's go and have a look and see what it's like in the other windows. Because you can see the blinds there. You can see a bit of a bedroom in there. We come around here. And we've basically got Inception going on. Because that's exactly the same image as we've got from the other one. So you've got the same corridor from two different doorways. Which kind of spoils the illusion a little bit. And again over here. So, yeah, there is at least a little bit of effort made with it, but I would have preferred a house that we could walk into, like the Estancia Lapaccio map. Although, as I've mentioned before, I've always been disappointed with the FS19 version, because in FS17 we could go through opening doors in the Estancia Lapaccio map, we could go upstairs, we could properly roleplay using the house. They removed all the opening and closing doors, and they removed the ability to walk upstairs in this new one, and I cannot fathom why. I cannot understand why that decision was made, but I do find it to be eminently disappointing, to be honest. Okay, let's get some shut-eye. 7 o'clock. 10 o'clock. That's what we do. We sleep until 10 o'clock. We've got 160. It's actually going to be raining. So apparently we're not going to be doing any harvesting today because it's going to be raining. We still need to deal with the cattle, so we will go and do that bit. We need to wait until 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock's no good because we're still very often asleep at 9 o'clock. So we're going to have to say 10 o'clock with this map. We fast forward till 10 o'clock, and then at 10 we hit the brakes. So 9 and 10 o'clock, there we go, we hit the brakes like that, and then we go over here. So looking in the cows, we've got 59 cows, got another one in 5 hours, we've got a little bit down on the water, and because the straw is now on orange level, we're down to 99% productivity. The straw is weird, like we topped that up only yesterday, and it's already down that much, so you can only put, like, food for standard game, you put like 10 days worth in. But for straw, it only lasts for 3 days, and I don't really know why. I find that to be somewhat vexing, because it means that you can't ever keep it right up at maximum. So let's go and take you, and we'll go and get a little bit of straw, and we will put it in for the cows. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get the straw over there without losing too much. Because if you get straw rain... Oh no, of course, we're not playing seasons, are we? I can have as much rain as I like on this straw, and it won't make any difference to anything whatsoever. Let's mosey on inside this barn in here. And we've got 500,000 litres of straw, so we can keep 1,000,000 litres of straw over here. Now, I'm not going to put any more into the mixed feeder for a minute. I'm just going to keep it like this. 44,000, so 20,000 would be ample. So we'll do it like that. And then I will go and put that in for the cows. So it looks like putting bedding in for the cows is actually something we're going to need to do on a daily basis. Which I didn't think we'd need to do. I thought we'd at least be able to get away with I mean, we could still do every other day, despite the fact that we've got... you know, we're losing that 1% efficiency towards the end of day 1, and this is even worse than I thought because of that bit that's overhanging. I should have put this further forward. Can't really go and change it now because I'm going to lose all of the crop that we've got in it. So got a little bit of a tight squeeze to put it in there, and I do want to put it into the middle. I want to sort of fit it right in properly. There, and I've still got 11,000 litres of straw left. The other thing I think we should do is take a look. We've got 184,000. Of course, the question that I was going to ask was, you know, do I go and get more arable land? This is the question I need to ask myself. Do I go for more arable land, or do I go for more grass? I could go for a bit of grass over there, which is still fairly close to us. We've got that grass over there, which again is fairly close. And I could even go for a little bit of landscaping. And I've gone and got the silage clamped down here. And this isn't really a route that was originally taken. We could drive up there and then down here and into this field. Or we can go up there and back. Actually, we might be able to do it like we go up round that way. I kind of like the idea of going up round that way. I do. I actually really like that idea. How much are you? You're 120,000. I could go and buy that, and that's a third field here for the cows. And that's going to help us to really sort of build up the numbers and stuff that we want on that. And we don't really want to be going and building anything up there. Alright, let's go into landscaping second and take a little look around. I need to do something in here. I need to make this a bit bigger so that we've got a bit more of a turning circle there. So we've got to do a bit of landscaping work there. That's a given. We've got to do something there. So what we've got is we have actually got a track that runs up here. It comes back down here in behind the wool mill over this side. And then it comes, so we could sort of come out back round that way. We could landscape the track down here. We'd want to remove that one tree there, and I think the rest of it we could leave. We can landscape track there and remove that tree, and then the track comes down here. So it's pretty much a straight line that comes through, but I'm thinking we don't really need to do that, do we? We've got the road right here, right? That one comes up there, and it's right next to our farm anyway. Right, we can come out round this way. Now, yes, if the silage clamp is full, then we don't have easy. We got to go out round that way, which is a little bit further. But, I mean, how often are we going over to that field? But it's not like we're going forward and back a lot. And the majority of the work we're doing, yes, I still believe a road over here is going to be a good option. So I think that we might do that. The other thing that we were going to be looking at, of course, was another arable field, which was going to be field 13. That was the other one that we were looking at buying, and that one's 176,000, so I've also got enough money to buy that. And we could purchase that one, and then that would be ready for doing our sugar beet harvest, because that is the next arable field that we're going to be buying. I kind of like the idea of focusing a little bit on building up the cattle, though. 29 and 28 are both fields that I want to get. These are both fields that I want, and I want to be able to... So we've got like a bit of enlarging that we can do around the edge there. This one will go up to the river a bit, and we'll leave the track along the back and down that... Well, we actually need to leave the track on both sides, because we've got to be able to access the vegetable warehouse there. So we have to leave the track on both sides, so it's just going to be a case of removing this track up here and leaving the one at the back. So then we can loop round. The frequency that we're going to want to be able to get from here to this road over here, that's not going to happen very often. It's not that much of an extra trip to go up round there, or down round this way and back up. That's how we've got to do it, if that corner's a bit too much for us. Which one do I get? That's 100,000, and that's 120. Or we go for the arable. I think we'll leave the arable until after the sugar beet. I think we'll focus on doing the sugar beet just on these 4 or 5 fields that we've got right here. Well, it's actually 4 fields for us. These 4 fields here are going to be our sugar beet fields. And then we will focus on something else. And I love the idea of getting started on this one over here. So we're going to buy that field for 120, like that. I'm just going to shut you off a second, and we're going to... Actually, I might as well just go back to that one, because I'm going to need to go into landscaping a minute. I've got the landscaping that I want to do there. I want a track that comes around this side. We need that now. I think that's going to be quite important so that we'll be able to loop round. We're also going to want this here to be able to be cleared so that we can more easily get up round here. Which will mean removing that tree. So we'll come out round with something to remove the tree in a minute. And we come down here. And then I want those 4 trees taken out there so we can get a little bit closer to this railway track. But I mean, the railway track's not actually used. There isn't anything that is used on that track. There's no train that goes through there on a regular basis, anything like that. But I'll also get rid of that tree up there. There aren't any more to get rid of. We're definitely not ploughing up this road. And we won't get too close to this either. So there isn't, landscaping-wise, there isn't really anything to do here. Because I'm actually only going to be bringing the field out to about there. Because I want to keep the field square, same as I have with others. It's just I'm going to remove that tree purely because it's going to be in the way otherwise. I guess we could do this a bit of an angle and just like take a greedy... No, we won't. We won't do that at an angle. We'll just bring it out to there. So there isn't any land... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.